The prosecutor in the case, I will call it our case, is a thug. I've named him Deranged Jack Smith. I wonder what his name used to be, Jack Smith. It sounds so innocent, doesn't it? Jack Smith. What's his name? Jack Smith. He's a very nice man.
Well, that was former President Donald Trump not holding back in his scalding critique of the special counsel Jack Smith. Those remarks are coming hours after the former president pled not guilty to 37 felony counts in a Miami federal courtroom. So where does the case go from here? And is this all politically motivated? Let's ask former New York City mayor and also attorney to former President Trump, my friend, there he is, Rudy Giuliani. Rudy, your reaction to this just unprecedented moment of President Trump being indicted now on federal criminal charges over classified documents, of all things, Rudy.
Yeah, I mean, the most important historical point that emerges from this is probably the most complete destruction of the Department of Justice as an instrument of justice in the history of this country. No attorney general, no president, including Watergate, have ever taken it over quite the way these people have. You can't really tell the difference between the FBI, the Justice Department, and the state police in East Germany or Nazi Germany or Soviet Russia, or right now in China. They work at the behest of the dictator. And Biden, by the way, governs by dictate. He's been reversed by the Supreme Court 3 or 4 times. They basically are protecting him in what is probably the largest scandal in the history of this country, without any doubt. There's no president that I can think of that had remotely the criminal career that this president has had. I know it, chapter and verse, and I've known it and been living with it for 4 years. I'm so glad to see it's finally getting out to the American people, and somewhat frustrated at the fact that I put a lot of this out 3 years ago.
Yeah, do you feel like, just like you said, Rudy, you did put it out years ago, a lot of it, now it seems like a lot of it's right in front of Comer now. Do you believe that they're finally going to get to the bottom of it and track down some of these officials?
I do, Rita. I've always believed we were going to get to the bottom of this. I didn't know when, but I have an ultimate confidence in justice. I think the vast majority of Americans, when informed of what's going on, if they can be broken of the brainwashing that they've been subjected to, they can be outraged at what happened. They've taken our country away. The Biden regime has taken our country away. Now we don't have to even go into this. I mean, you watched Barney Frank on your show before. The young congressional candidate, the former congressional candidate, was making the point that this is a Democrat agenda. He couldn't possibly have made it clearer. He was like, the veins were coming out of his neck. He's so in favor of this group. I mean, what are Democrats doing defending perverted groups? They are a group of perverts. That's what they are. They shouldn't be anywhere near our children. They shouldn't be anywhere near decent people. And to do what they do with the crucifixion of Jesus Christ is, and then he changed the whole premise to, you want the government to stop them. I don't want the government to stop them. I want the American people to stop them. Don't go to Dodger games. The Dodgers have decided to declare war on Christianity. Forget the Dodgers. You don't have to go. I mean, I did that with the Yankees when they supported Black Lives Matter. Sorry.
Rudy,
I love my country more than baseball.
By the way, and I'm glad you brought it up because it is stunning. And of course, you think about if it was a group that was anti-Muslim, maybe the reaction would have been very different. Don't you think? It is amazing to see what's happening and that the Dodgers actually did have this group. I want to ask you, how much do you think the stakes are in this election? Because President Trump is taking so much incoming, as you talked about. You talked to him right after he was arraigned. He had stopped at that restaurant in Miami, Versailles, a restaurant you know well. What did he say to you right after the arraignment?
It was like mental telepathy, because I was saying to my people, because I think it was when I was coming off the radio show at WABC, I was saying he should go to Versailles. He should stop at Versailles. He'll pick his spirits up. And all of a sudden, somebody says to me, he stopped at Versailles, and I thought they were kidding. I go there all the time. given maybe 50 speeches there. And I did a 4-day podcast from Versailles. Probably people outside of Miami don't know what it is, but it really is the center of the Cuban American community, both old and young. They all come together there. So Cuban Americans will come from Tampa, or they'll come from California, and they'll go to Versailles. And he couldn't have picked a better place. People there love him. Every time I go, I get a frantic pleas to get him reelected. I mean, they ask me things like, "Can't we just remove Biden?" No, we can't just remove him. And isn't he really non-compos menace? I said yes. We could use the 25th Amendment, but his people aren't patriotic enough to do it. They're just waiting for the election. So